having a look at downward dog. Now, to get started in a downward dog, just to look at the principles we're using in the posture, we begin with child's pose, because with child's pose we can get the long sort of reach with the arms. So let's say our stretches the arms forwards a little longer. And you can already see how that lengthens the spine and the sides of the body. Now with the hands, so from child's pose, we'll lift the pit of the palm. This is to build some of the character of the actions we're going to use in the downward dog. So generally we'll have a lift through the pit of the palm, a lift of the upper arm and the armpit. When we lift the upper arms, just make sure we're not squeezing around the neck. So the neck should still be relaxed. Good, so you see Ari is going to draw the hips back, reach the arms forwards, and that creates the length and the direction. Good, now the palms come down. Root the palms through the knuckle pads. You can always check this on your student just to see. The knuckle pads, fingertips. Still lifting the upper arm, so the space under the armpit. Now tuck the toes under. Before you come up into the full posture, root the palms down and push the mat away from you. So that creates an action moving back. So the spine will extend. Then slowly lift the knees, just lifting the knees up. Hold it there. So with the legs bent, continue to draw back. The hands are still pushing the mat away. That sends the hips back. Still have a bend in the knee with the heels up slightly. Good. So what we're looking at, if we come from the front, we can help her here, sort of lifting at the shoulder, so just beside the neck. This part of the shoulder is easy to get the hands in and to lift. The pelvis in a posterior tilt. So we'll put the hands at the sides of the hips, just the fingers there under the side, near the hip crease, the thumbs near the sacrum, and we encourage a posterior tilt. So we're pushing back with the thumbs, adding a posterior tilt, a little bit of weight, and that's going to lengthen out her spine. The kidneys, the lower ribs, also very important. So if I look from this side, the side ribs, the kidneys need to lift slightly, so she's not going too deep into a back bend. Once we have that, we can come from the other side, hands around the hips, draw back, using a bit of your body weight to lean back away from them. As she does this, just check, they're not dropping into the chest. So another way to work with this assist, hands around the side ribs, the forearms at the hips, I lift the side ribs and draw back with the forearms, lengthening her spine, allowing the neck to relax, and pulling the top of the thigh bones back. Good, so the legs still have a bit of bend. We'll take the hands through the inner thighs, so one hand to the opposite thigh, draw back through the inner thigh. So she's pulling back, the legs are still bent. We're not pulling the knees back, we're working the thighs back, we're powering the legs. There should be effort, a little bit of resistance, bending the knees slightly, and lean back, keeping the hands there at the inner thigh, and draw back for her. That will create the length also and keep it alive up here. Lower abdomen drawn in, posterior tilt, moving back through the thigh bone. So there you go. A few easy to apply assists in your yoga class. Okay, relax.